Greetings. You're listening to an episode of Thorn in Your Side. And I'm your host, C. Thorn. This is the podcast where I talk about information and opinions, both popular and unpopular, related to random topics, both serious and non-serious. And you might as well listen because it needs to be said. Besides, you already pressed the play button. So calm your nerves, relax, and prepare to be entertained and informed. Woo! I'm tired. I finally followed through with something I said I was going to do, especially since I had some free time. In other words, I just finished installing my brand spanking new security system. Yep, I wasn't kidding. I'm tired of these strangers and weird creatures lurking around my house, and sometimes coming inside without my knowledge. So I decided to purchase some security cameras and motion sensor lights. And please don't ask me how much they cost. I probably said this a few times, but I like saving money. But when it comes to security, I don't mess around. I dare anyone to barge their way in here right now, especially that TLC fanbot. And no, not the girl group. Then again, what if that gangster gotcha whale comes back? There was so much water. Then again, I should be fine. These cameras should be able to protect me, and setting them up was easier than I thought. Whoever wrote those instructions did a very good job because they were easy to follow and not complicated at all. Isn't it nice when people who write such important information is appreciated? If I was the one who wrote those instructions, then I would love for people to appreciate that. Also, I'd want a good salary. It wouldn't be fair for me to write something so crucial that supports my company, but I barely get any financial support at all. Unfortunately, there's been something similar to that happening over the past few weeks, and it's called the writer's strike. It's still going on right now, and I support it 100%. Now, to all the people out there who enjoys watching television shows and movies, especially members of the entertainment industry, I don't mean to be a thorn in your side, but I support the writer's strike, and it's because writers deserve just as much respect and appreciation as anyone else. It's definitely common sense, but they really should be appreciated due to how important their jobs are, which is why I support the writer's strike. I probably don't have to say this, but just in case, writers are people responsible for creating the written documents necessary during the production of media. In other words, it's the people who create the scripts for our favorite actors and actresses. It's the people who write and create the overall storyline for our favorite video games. As you may have guessed, they play a massive role in the entertainment industry. Without them, we wouldn't have our favorite shows or video games. Remember, without a script, the actors, actresses, voice actors, and voice actresses wouldn't know what to say. Instead, they would probably have to wing it or freestyle it, which is almost never reliable. Anyway, the purpose of the writer's strike is to let the entertainment industry, as well as everyone else, know that the writers of our favorite movies and television shows don't like what's been going on lately. I'm not sure of all the details, but I believe the main issue here is, you guessed it, money, money, money. Money. Apparently, the writers feel like they're not getting paid enough for their services, as well as not receiving proper residuals from their previous projects. By the way, residuals is the money that people receive when their works are reused or re-released later in the future. For example, if I was to come up with a really popular song and it gets used in a commercial, then I will get a financial payment every time that commercial is shown on television. The commercial might be popular because of my song, so it's only fair that I get a payment each time that's shown, right? That's how residuals work. Well, when I heard that there was a writer's strike going on, I wasn't surprised at all. I hate to say it, but it just seems like people who have crucial roles behind the scenes just don't get appreciated enough. Yes, it's okay to be a huge fan of people that's out in the forefront, such as celebrities, athletes, and musicians, but don't forget this very true statement. Behind every great person is a great team. Yes, that's absolutely true. Very true. Regardless of the important role or reputation you have, there's a high chance that you have someone or some people who's helping you behind the scenes. Whether it's an agent, mentor, songwriter, ghostwriter, therapist, or whatever, there's no such thing as, I did everything by myself with no help whatsoever. Guess what? You is lying. Someone helped you, and that someone is probably still helping you. I'm pretty sure you became famous and or successful because of someone else or some people playing a big role behind the scenes, right? Yes, you're the star of an extremely popular movie franchise or television series, but aren't you glad for the writers that gave you a cool catchphrase? The costume designers that gave you an awesome outfit? The personal trainer that got you into great shape for those action-packed fight scenes? The choreographer who taught you a dance routine that's still popular years later? The songwriter that wrote you an epic song that became viral within days? Shouldn't those same people receive a fitting income and benefits? Of course. Of course. If it wasn't for writers, the majority, if not all, of the movies and television shows we watch wouldn't exist. Yes, I'm aware that certain shows, like reality shows, usually don't have writers, but we can all agree that most reality shows nowadays are scripted to an extent, especially the trashy ones. Overall, we still need writers, no matter how trashy the shows might be. By the way, I'm not attempting to be a thorn in your side. But this writer strike is a good thing. Yep, I said it. It's a good thing. People need to realize that everyone deserves a living wage, especially the people behind the scenes. We may not see them all the time, but they're still there. Regardless of your thoughts and feelings, the entertainment industry needs writers. How else would your favorite movie, television show, or cartoon get created? Those shows need a storyline. The actors and actresses need a script. Without these written documents, there will barely be any organization or structure. The fact that people are trying to take advantage of them isn't fair one bit. Regardless of how much writers love their jobs, just like the rest of us, they like getting paid. You can't pay your bills with love or devotion. You need a moolah for that. Dinero, green paper, dough, Benjamins, and other terms for money. It's true that this writer strike is causing certain movies and television shows to be delayed or even canceled, but that's the point. Everyone needs to understand that writers matter. They do, trust me. I'm sure barely anyone pays attention to the credit reel once a movie or television show is over. But each person in that credit reel is important. Each one of those people played an essential role in the development of that movie. So it's only fair for them to get a proper payment, right? Of course. Of course, people. Of course. If it was my name on the credit reel, then I would definitely want to get paid a fair living wage. I have bills to pay as well as a bunch of college loans. But I digress. Not surprisingly, new technology such as AI and ChatGPT is at the center of this issue. Now, don't get me wrong. Technology is nice and everything, especially when it comes to making things easier. But if it's a threat to my income, then that nonsense needs to go. I ain't playing. Just the thought of being replaced by AI or a robot is both creepy and unfair. Especially since no one could ever replace me. Just in case you're confused, ChatGPT is a form of artificial intelligence that specializes in written communication. I'll admit that I don't know everything about it, but I can tell you one thing. It's dangerous. Trust me, everybody. It's dangerous. Completely dangerous. ChatGPT can literally write an entire document for you. I'm not sure if it has a limit, but I just don't trust that thing. In fact, I don't trust any AI-based software at all. AI art generators, AI voice generators, AI text generators, or anything similar. Not surprisingly, there's a bunch of AI art generators online, as well as some apps in the App Store. Now, I'll admit that some of the AI artwork that I've seen online is pretty cool, but as I said earlier, I don't trust the process. And it's a danger to the people who specialize in that field. Can you imagine getting paid less or even losing your job because of artificial intelligence? Would you be okay with that? Heck no. Heck no. AI should not be taken lightly, and I hope companies won't resort to such lazy methods in order to get the job done when they can just hire a human specialist like the good old days. You know, back when companies actually cared about quality. But I digress. My final point is that if you don't believe that the writer's strike is necessary and those people should just go back to work since you want to watch your favorite show again, then you got issues. Writers are some of the most important people in the entertainment industry. The hilarious jokes from your favorite comedy? Thank the writers. The deep character development in your favorite cartoon? Thank the writers. The fantastic storyline in your favorite video game? Thank the writers. Once again, we need writers for basically every form of media in the entertainment industry. They may not get the recognition and spotlight they deserve, but they definitely deserve all the money that belongs to them, especially if they worked on those projects. As I said before, I support the writer's strike 100%. And it's nice knowing that a bunch of celebrities have been vocal about their support as well. In fact, some celebrities are actually out there marching and chanting with picket signs. That's awesome. It's good that it's not just the writers who believe that they deserve better treatment. So let's hope that this writer's strike will yield positive results. There has been other writer's strikes in the past, and they were successful. Hopefully, the current writer's strike will be successful as well. I'm rooting for them. Thanks for listening to this week's episode of Thorn in Your Side. And I'm your host, C. Thorn. Feel free to subscribe, comment, share, tweet, post, follow, and all those other actions. And there'll be another super stupendous episode next week. And remember, be smart and stay sharp.